Hey guys, welcome to the sixth lecture of the chapter Introduction to Micro and Macroeconomics. In today's lecture, we are going to see the features of macroeconomics. Very simple, see more or less many features are same only the conceptual difference is there. That means if it is micro, it will be small. Now we are studying macro, so macro means big on the wider scale, on the larger scale. So let us start features of macroeconomics. First one, study of aggregates. As we know, the word aggregates means total. So macroeconomics deals with the study of economy as a whole, as a complete. It is concerned with the aggregate concepts like national income, national output, national employment, general price level in the economy, business cycles, etc. That means what? Very simple. That whenever we are focusing on macroeconomics, then we are focusing on any concept as a whole, that is total. Total means it is about the nation, about the country. We are considering anything from the nation point of view. Hence we are studying national income, national output, national employment. So whatever concepts, they are on the national level and not on the individual level. That's it. So study of aggregates. Second point, second feature, income theory. Macroeconomics studies the concept of national income, its different elements, methods of measurement of national income, and social accounting. So basically, it is the income theory which talks about and which studies about national income. See there on the board in shortcut I have written ME. ME means macroeconomics. So instead of writing again and again, I have mentioned here ME. Macroeconomics deals with aggregate demand and aggregate supply. It explains the causes of fluctuations in the national income that leads to the business cycles. Now, what are the business cycles? Business cycles means inflation and deflation. That means sometimes the economy is in up, sometimes the economy goes down money wise, of course. So that is the cases of inflation and deflation, and everything is explained and studied under macroeconomics. That means why the price level goes up in the economy, why the price level goes down in the economy, what are the causes of fluctuations. So all these thing is studied and explained under macroeconomics, which falls under income theory. Next one, next feature, point number 3, general equilibrium analysis. Macroeconomics deals with the behavior of large aggregates and their functional relationship. See, functional relationship means how they work, how they affect each other, what is their relationship, what is the relationship of different variables with each other, how they affect each other. That is called functional relationship. General equilibrium deals with the behavior of demand, supply, and prices in the whole economy. Now, whenever we are mentioning here demand and supply, it obviously means total demand and total supply. Since we are studying macroeconomics, which is on the wider level, which is on the bigger level, so it means total demand in the economy, total supply in the economy, and thereby whatever price is fixed in the whole economy, price determination in the whole economy. Hence, macroeconomics studies general equilibrium, equilibrium in the economy as a whole and not about the individual case. Moving on to the next feature, fourth one, interdependence. See, macroeconomic analysis takes into account interdependence between different economic variables, all the aggregate economic variables such as national income, national output, employment, investment, price level, etc. See, if you consider, if you just think for a moment, you will come to know that all these variables are interdependent, they are interlinked only. Let us see how it is. Changes in the level of investment will finally result into the changes in the level of income, because when you invest, from there also you will gain income. So certainly with the investment your level of income will also change, and when the level of income changes, people make changes in their demand pattern, And when there is more demand generated in the economy, then obviously there will be need for the more output in the economy. And whenever the output rises, the production rises, it will create more employment in the economy, and thereby eventually the level of economic growth will rise. I hope you are getting this point. There is interdependence. One factor rises, which gives rise to other factor. Then that factor gives rise to third factor. So overall, as a result, finally, it results into the level of economic growth. There is economic growth in the economy. So it is good for the economy. This is how these variables are interdependent on each other. And this is the feature of macroeconomics. Then coming to the next, fifth one, lumping method. If you remember, under microeconomics, we have studied slicing method. Slicing means in micro, we are studying a single individual unit. So as if we are taking out a slice from the cake and we are studying. But here, when it comes to macroeconomics, the bigger economics, wider economics, it is called lumping method. Lumping means total, whole. It is the study of the whole economy rather than its part. Under macroeconomics, we are considering economy as a whole unit, as one unit, and we are directly studying the entire one single unit, one unit. That means considering economy as a big one unit, as a whole unit, and we are studying that. Let us see. According to Professor Bolding, forest is an aggregation of trees, but it does not reveal the properties of an individual tree. So Professor Bolding has described macroeconomics as macroeconomics is as good as forest, which is total of trees, which is an aggregation of trees, but it does not reveal the properties of an individual tree because it is studying the entire economy as a whole, and hence macroeconomics cannot describe about the individual units forming that entire economy. That is what is meant by Professor Bolding. It is lumping method. Lumping means total. This reveals the difference between the micro and macroeconomics. On the board I have mentioned B oblique W, that is between the micro and macroeconomics. Micro was slicing method, macro is lumping method. Lump means total, whole, lumping method. Moving on to the next point, number 6, growth models. Macroeconomics studies various factors that contribute to the economic growth and development. We have seen up till now, even in today's lecture itself. It is useful in developing growth models. For example, you must be knowing about this Professor P.C. Mahalanobis growth model, which emphasized on the basic heavy industries. This Professor P.C. Mahalanobis, he developed a growth model which is describing about the heavy industries. Likewise, many growth models are there under macroeconomics, which we will be studying ahead. Next, point number 7, general price level. See, since the macroeconomics is studying the whole unit, whole economy, and hence obviously it is studying general price level, which is prevailing in the economy. Now say, what is general price level? General price level is the average of all prices of goods and services currently being produced in the economy. That means in the current year, in this particular year, whatever amount of goods and services are produced in the economy, we will find out their average price, and that is called the general price level. Also, the determination and changes in the general price level are studied in macroeconomics. There we are also studying the fluctuations, the changes, and how this general price level is decided, how it is determined under economy. All these things are studied under macroeconomics. Coming to the last feature of macroeconomics from our syllabus point of view, of course. Last point, policy oriented. According to Professor Keynes, Lord Keynes, macroeconomics is a policy-oriented science. It means macroeconomics suggests suitable economic policies to promote our economic growth, to generate more employment, to control inflation and depression, etc. So different policies are being suggested and put forward under macroeconomics in order to achieve overall economic growth and development of the economy. That's why it is said that macroeconomics is a policy oriented science. So that's it for today. In today's lecture, we discussed features of macroeconomics, which I am going to revise in short. Features: first, study of aggregates; second, income theory; third, general equilibrium analysis; fourth, interdependence; fifth, lumping method; sixth, growth models; seventh, general price level; and eighth one, policy oriented. So that's it for today. I hope it helps. If you understood this, then make sure to like, share, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.